you ever wanted to start a YouTube channel, but just couldn't figure out what type of content you were trying to make? Maybe you think to yourself, I'm not talented in the slightest, I couldn't make anything good. Well, don't worry about it. This is YouTube. You don't need to be talented or interesting to get views. I'm gonna teach you how to make videos in the cheapest and laziest way possible. Welcome to Content Quest. Content Quest is here to tell a story. Not just any story, but a really lazily and quickly put together story. A story in which you didn't try at all, but you somehow fooled some people into thinking you tried really hard. So, what better place to start this story than with Storytime YouTube videos? If you've seen a Storytime video, you might think to yourself, wow, these people live such crazy lives, I could never make anything like this, because nothing interesting ever happens to me. Well, that's the secret right there. Nothing interesting ever happens to any of them. It's all exaggeration. You can take any of these videos and boil it down to its simplest form, and then you start to realize, wait a minute, I've had bad customer service before. I've had bad friends. I've had verbal arguments with people before. And then you start to realize, wow, these people really don't have anything interesting to say. So you can take that and look at your mundane life and take any slight variation and just make it a story. Seriously, you could pick pretty much any human interaction or any random event in your life and just turn it into a story. But to be clear, the stories that get the most views, which is what we're looking for, are the ones that involve sex, injury, or risk of death. Sex is a little more risque with all the demonetization going on, so that's your risk to take if you want. But no matter which route you take, you're gonna have some great clickbait. You're gonna have amazing clickbait for your title and your thumbnail. And with your thumbnail, keep in mind that this part of YouTube loves emojis. You're gonna want to throw some emojis right in there, and it's just gonna boost it right up. When you start pretty much any video, start it off with something like, oh, I really want to tell this story, or I really don't want to tell this story, and just make up some sort of bullshit reason to kind of rope and hook your viewers. They can be like, oh wow, this must be a really big deal. And then you start getting into the topic just a little bit, but then that's when you strike. You take a break to set a like goal, plug all of your social media, and remind all of your brain-dead viewers to subscribe and leave a comment. Oh, and to hit the bell and turn on notifications, of course. From there, you're going to want to get back into the story, start introducing some characters, but be sure to use fake names, and then be sure to let your viewers know that you hate using fake names. I don't know why, but it just seems to be an essential part of the formula. Your friends can be an exception to this because they're most likely going to be painted as heroes alongside with you in the story, but make sure that when you start talking about the opposing force, you start making them sound as cruel and disgusting as possible, because you want to try to build this sympathy onto yourself. You want to talk about how you were just minding your own business or being a good person, but this person, they were terrible. They had no humanity in them. They were just being evil. These other characters can be creepy, they can be gross, disgusting, ugly, whatever, good negative label you think is going to work best with your story to get people to feel like they identify with you more in the situation. And at this point, you're going to want to make some exaggerated and ridiculous comparisons from this person to something else to just really drive home how terrible or disgusting or ugly they are. Be sure to include a clear bias in the story to make you look as good as possible, but just ignore it and act like it's not there. Just act like you actually can't do anything wrong and that the other party couldn't do anything right. It'll work, no one will question it. You're going to want to build this story up more ridiculous with each part and as it goes on until it reaches its peak, its climax, where it just is completely off the walls, but then completely falls off into nothingness, which is great, so you can just insert yourself there and just be like, hey, Remember to check out my social media. Don't forget to subscribe. It's important. It's all about the numbers. It's not about the video, really. It's just about building the numbers. This might sound like a quick process, but really you're gonna want to drag it out as much as you can. Like, literally as much as possible. For the post-production, don't even worry about it. I'm dead serious. It doesn't matter if it sounds like shit, kinda looks like shit. It doesn't really matter. You can do some cute cuts, you know, between some parts of your story, but mostly you're just gonna want to worry about inserting little overlays to really entice people to go to your social media and subscribe. I'm dead serious. This is just really the whole point. So let's take a look at what that might look like once we put all the parts together. So this is a story from about 2 years back. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while, but I just didn't feel safe because of legal and personal reasons, but I've recently heard that the bus driver spontaneously combusted, so I think it's alright to discuss now. This story is absolutely insane, and it's taken a lot for me to work up the courage to talk about it, so if we can hit 10,000 likes on this video, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to hear more crazy stories like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to turn on notifications. And while you're at it, you probably want to check out my Instagram and Twitter, and be sure to give both of those a follow. Now let's just jump into it. It was a beautiful spring day in fall of 2016. And I was riding my skateboard in the middle of the street, minding my own business like any college kid does. And, you know, it was a pretty good day for me. I think I only fell like 12 times that day, which is pretty good. And then out of nowhere, this asshole in a bus comes around the corner and hits me. Luckily, he was taking the turn slow, or else I'd be 100% dead. But like I said, he smashes into me, and, you know, I'm falling, and out of instinct, I just, like, kind of throw my arm out like that to catch myself, and you can, like, I could hear it. I just, like, somewhere in here just snapped when I fell. Like, I knew my arm was shattered. So, obviously, I get up, and I go to confront this dude, go to hit on the doors. Some people might say that, you know, the bus driver got out to check on me, see if I was okay, but no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. I got up, started banging on the door with my good arm until he finally opens up, and I just see this disgusting slob. He kind of just looks like your standard neckbeard, you know? He kind of looks like Jack Black if he, you know, never talked to anyone or went outside or took a shower. Like, straight up, that's what this dude looks like. He was gross. Alright? So I get on the bus, I'm like, yo, bro, you just broke my arm. What the hell were you thinking? And he goes, I hate kids like you. I hate kids that skateboard, and I'm sick of you all acting like you own this place. And I'm like, whoa, alright. Obviously, this dude is crazy. I'm just like, what have I just walked into? You know what I mean? So obviously, hearing this batshit stuff, I'm like, yo, is anyone else hearing this? So I take a look around, and I'm like, oh, shit. This dude must have just made a stop because there's not a single other person on this bus. And before I can even react, he pulls that lever closed and just, you know, the door's shut right behind me. So the door's closed and this dude's like, I'm gonna teach you a little lesson. And this dude's got like 200 pounds on me, and I've got a broken arm. What the hell am I supposed to do, you know? So, he starts driving off. We drive for like 15 minutes. This dude doesn't say a single word the whole ride. Like, I keep asking him, like, yo, what are you talking about? Where are we going? What's going on? Doesn't say a damn thing, you know? So, I'm freaking hard. Like, I am just freaking out. We finally pull over, and he's like, I'm done playing by your rules. Now you kids are gonna play by mine. And I'm like, what is this dude talking about? And then this dude says, I've been driving you all around, listening to your drama for years. And you know what? Your drama isn't any. I'm gonna teach you all what real pain's all about. And I'm just like, oh, this dude just snapped. This dude is gonna kill me. And as I'm thinking that, he starts to get up and he pulls a knife out of his pocket. And I'm like, oh shit. This is it. I am done for. So, as he's moving towards me, the dude trips, falls, and pulls the lever as he's going down. So, I don't even have a second. I'm just like, oh shit, the doors are open. It's time to go. I'm stepping down those, like, off the side, and I just turn around, like, thank you, because you always gotta thank the bus driver when you get off, no matter what. I mean, that's just how I was raised, and I know a lot of you, but, so, say that, get off, and I bolt home, I keep running and just holding my broken ass arm, and I'm just like, I need to just get safe and let someone know about what just went down. It's been a legal battle ever since I reported him, but like I said, thankfully the fire gods decided to get him and he just burst into flames, so I finally feel like I can talk about this, and this has been a really personal story, so I'm glad I could get it off my chest. Like, this story was so insane and so emotional for me that I'm just glad I could finally share it with all of you, really. And like I said, if we can get this video to 10,000 no, you know what? I want 15. This story was so insane. I think we can get 15,000 likes on this video. Let's get to it. I know you got me, squad. Be sure, if you want to hear more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on those notifications, and be sure to leave a comment. I read all the comments. I really appreciate them. I promise I read them all. And once again, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and it's just gonna be a good time. You're gonna see a lot more like this. Lots more crazy shit coming at you. Love you, squad. Peace out. Well, I think we can all agree that was an absolutely terrible, fake, and kind of exploitive story. Absolute trash. But you watched it. And people will watch your garbage too. So get out there and make your exaggerated disaster pieces. And if that doesn't work out for you, I'll see you on the next episode of Content Quest. Thanks for watching.